Hey guys, how are we all doing? It is Saturday mornings at Metcon, so another week over, thankfully. Okay, so Saturday morning, Metcon. What we are doing today, obviously, is a little bit more of a kind of sweat kind of Metcon, just what we tend to kind of do a little bit on Saturdays. Not all the time, but just some of the Saturdays. So mobility work, pretty straightforward, dog up, dog down, so we should all know to start. Okay, so getting into that kind of press up position, getting your legs nice and straight, driving those hips up into the air. Okay, tucking your head in between your arms, driving those heels to the ground, pausing for about 5 or 6 seconds, then just coming down between your arms, pushing those hands into the floor as much as we can, lifting that chest up and holding, and then alternating between the two positions maybe 5 or 6 times. Once you've that done, you're just going to go into an Indian sit. So best way to do an Indian sit really is up against something. So again, I'm just going to back against the wardrobe here. Okay, taking my two heels together. I'm going to pull them right in as much as I can, and then I'm just going to use my elbows just to push my knees out to the side. If we can take some weights, rest them on my knees to open up as much as we possibly can. Want you to try and get a 45 second to a minute, okay, in that position. And then last thing we're going to do is just some shoulder cars. Okay, so this is half kneeling position. So from there, it is just body weight. It is front, left leg is forward. I'm going to do my right hand. Okay, so keeping my body and my hips in line. It is a very slow, controlled, deliberate movement. Always trying my very best to isolate the movement in my shoulder and keeping that arm as close to my body as possible. So palm starts facing in towards my side. I'm going to bring it out in front and keeping it as close to my body as I possibly can. So it is passing right alongside my ear. I'm going to bring that back behind as much as I can. Once I lose that end motion, okay, so I've hit my end range, I'm going to rotate my palm. I'm going to pull that hand as much behind me as I possibly can, all the way right back and around. So when we get to this position up here where I'm going to rotate, I don't want this to happen where I'm going to switch, turn my hips, and all of a sudden they're facing right there. Okay, so it is really trying to open up and control that movement using the shoulder. Is that okay? So you'll do 6 on the right side and then switch over feet and do 6 on your left side. Remember, very slow and controlled movement. Once that's done, it is into our Metcon. Okay, so Metcon is 3 rounds. Okay, so there's just 3 rounds. It is high numbers. Okay, but we should be able to work through them pretty good. So first thing is 100 jumping jacks. Okay, so jumping jacks, this is the one where everybody loves doing jumping jacks on video. Okay, coordination for most people is brilliant. Okay, so jumping jacks is basically starting with your 2 feet together. Hands go out and up overhead as your feet go out. I know this seems really simple explaining it like this, but trust me, when you're watching other people doing it on Zoom, it's pretty entertaining. Okay, so it is overhead, open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay, so you will do 100 jumping jacks. Once you've got that done, you're going to do 75 bodyweight squats. Okay, just because you're doing high number of bodyweight squats doesn't mean all of a sudden we're starting to do this. Okay, or hips going back like that. It is still getting right down the bottom of my squat and up nice and tall. All the way right down, bottom of my squat and up. Okay, so 75 of those. Split them up, okay? Do 15, come up, give yourself 10, 15 seconds, do another 15 and so on, whatever way you want to do it. Okay, then we're going to do mountain climbers. We're going to do 50 mountain climbers, okay? So for mountain climbers, press up position. Okay, getting your hands directly underneath. Keep your core nice and tight and engaged, bringing right knee to right elbow, extending back, left, in and out. So all the way right in. It is not just doing this. Okay, where your feet are only actually moving 1 or 2 inches. Okay, you need to bring that foot, that knee right in towards your elbow. Is that okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we count them. You'll do 50 of those. Then you're going to do 25 dips. Okay, so 25 dips, going to be tough. Okay, so getting onto a chair, table, whatever it might be. So there's just table just off camera here slightly. Okay, it is walking, feet out, straight, okay, or knees bent, whichever you are able to do. Straight legs, Okay, makes it a little bit easier. Knees bent makes it a little bit easier. Straight legs makes it a little bit harder. Lowering yourselves down, so we're getting to that 90-degree angle as best you can at your elbow. Is that okay? And there's 25 of those. Again, think about splitting them up. Okay, you will do 3 rounds of all of that. So you're going to do 100 jumping jacks, you're going to do 75 bodyweight squats, you're going to do 50 mountain climbers, and you're going to do 25 dips. You're going to do all that for 3 rounds. Once you have the 3 rounds done, okay, you think you're finished, I'm cruel enough just to throw in 10 burpees at the end as a buyout. Okay, so 3 rounds, 100 jumping jacks, 75 bodyweight squats, 50 mountain climbers, 25 dips, 3 rounds of that, and then finishing off with 10 burpees. That is it. That is our Saturday mornings. That's pretty standard, I suppose, for a Saturday, but it's a good way of getting the weekend started. That's it, guys. I will talk to you at 10 a.m. Saturday morning. See you then.